turn to mud. Sling it up, slap past the doors like a new paint job on a 4x4. Girl, you're gonna have a good old time. Can't let a little bit of rain change your mind. Let your hair down, kick off in boots. Once in your life, let yourself cut loose. Gonna get money from head to toe.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. It's opening week in the NFL, and today we have two teams are more than ready to get the season underway. It's the Bears going up against the Texans. With that, let's get on over to Houston as we're proud to introduce our new broadcast team for 2016, Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis. Good luck, fellas.
Larry, it is set to host Super Bowl 51 on February 5th of next year as you take a look inside NRG Stadium here in Houston. Today, the opener of the 2016 NFL season between the Chicago Bears and the Houston Texans. It's the dawn of a new era for us at EA Sports as the 2016 NFL season is underway. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Hopkins the man in motion right. On first down, Osweiler. And incomplete to open things up. Will Fuller was the intended target. And it's second down. The wide receivers, often a very, very talented group, and that's the case here.
And they don't mind showcasing it either. Those guys love to be flashy, love to make big plays out in the open field. They will attempt to do so in this game.
So 2nd and 10 here. First carry for Lamar Miller. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. So the pickup there for Lamar Miller, and he actually shredded his current team last year when he played against them. 175 yards, another 61 in the air, and 2 touchdowns.
I guess that's a classic example of if you can't stop him, go get him, put him on your team. Lamar Miller, big-time pickup for the Texans.
He got 29 yards that time. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
All right, here we go. 3-19! 3-19!
Throwing now, Osweiler on first down. And this is caught at the 8. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is that now with his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play.
Let's go!
But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
And the D-line pinching together, must be expecting the run. Throwing, Osweiler. His pass caught at the 4. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
On 3rd and goal, Osweiler. That's caught at the 2. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So the opening drive for him here on their home turf results in a field goal.
Now that's the way you want to get things started. Your stadium, your crowd, you've got the ball, put points on the board first, and let everyone start to celebrate.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
No, check, Patriot.
Here's Manziel. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jonathan Joseph. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Now comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And nothing doing on his first run. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Jonathan Anderson making the stop. The starting 11 defensively for the Bears.
Kyle Fuller is one of those new breed, complete defensive backs. Eager to tackle, but a better cover man.
All right, here we go. Green 39.
Now Osweiler on 2nd down. His throw incomplete. C.J. Fedorowicz, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. On 3rd down, Osweiler. He's going to float this one deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Texans will add on to their lead. And oh, it's blocked. But he doesn't get far. They're able to stop him. And after all that, the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
Well, there's a blocked extra point. I remember playing, and we had one of those go against us. I remember our kicker and our holder told the head coach, just relax, coach. Why are you yelling? Don't worry, it's just 1 point. Oh, my. Those coaches see a point is gold to them because you never know how it's going to turn out later.
Exactly. That's what I was just going to say. First quarter, we'll see if this has any implications as the game goes on.
I still can't believe they told the head coach to relax.
Whoa. Bad move. And the reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
That was not a completion that results in a highlight video. But at the same time, if you have those kind of completions all game long, eventually one of them might turn into a highlight.
Now Manziel. Jeffrey reels it in over the middle. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. And when you talk about this offense, you, of course, have to talk about Alshon Jeffrey.
Long, agile. He makes any quarterback that much better.
Manziel. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
He gets this away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. Yeah, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. So the offense lining up 1st and 10. They go counter with Howard. And an alley to run. And he'll cut it out to the sideline. And now the rookie's free. Touchdown, Chicago. Jordan Howard with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Bears draw a bit closer. And he puts it through. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And this will be a touchback, so a first chance here in week 1 to see the ball be brought out with the new rule to the 25-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Now Osweiler. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height, sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. They isolate Hopkins on the left side. Osweiler, and they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They'll run for it here. This is Prosch, the fullback. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's Texans football as we get going in quarter number 2. And we'll see what the decision is here as they've got a 4th and 1 coming up. So now the Texans will call on the veteran Shane Lechler to kick this one away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch it in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate. They come out here in the I. On 1st and goal, Howard. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. This defense hasn't let them in yet. They'll need to stiffen here. 3rd and goal from the 2. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Try to punch it in with Howard. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Jordan Howard making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Bears have taken the lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue line.
Throwing now, Osweiler on 1st down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And he lost the football. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
They'll come out in the pistol.
Here we go. 3-19.
They go back to the air here after the INT. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. Play action. It's Osweiler. He's going to wind up and air it out. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And that's now the 2nd time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively. And you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive.
Here we go.
On 1st down, they run with Howard. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Here's Manziel, and that'll be incomplete. He was looking for Jordan Howard that time, and it's 3rd down.
I remember growing up playing basketball. My coaches always talked about communicating on defense, making sure you talk on defense, know where your screens are, know where the cuts are coming from, who has who. Well, guess what? It's the same thing in football. Even though there's more noise out there, you can hear all the screams of screen, screen. This defense, the bench, everyone let them know what the play was, and that's why they were able to react and knock the ball away.
And he will fight his way forward to about the 23-yard line. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
And got his man complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
Here we go now. Green.
They'll throw on first down with Osweiler. And he's got it over the middle. Fedorowicz. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Just 2 yards to go here on second down for the offense. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Houston after this timeout. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Hurry up, here we go.
On second down, here's Osweiler. And Miller with it over the middle. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes. In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney. Watch it now, Barney. Barney. Let's go.
To throw again is Osweiler. His pass caught at the 4. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Braxton Miller with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Texans have retaken the lead. And he'll bang that one through. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Manziel. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. Now that screen there on second down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second-guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that...
And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. On third down, this is Howard. And he'll go down just shy of the 20. And now the Texans want to call another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on first and second down and needing long yardage to try and pick up a first down. And they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on fourth down. But guess what? It all started with what happened on first and second down. Really put them behind the 8 ball.
And here comes the Texans now. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you over to our headquarters in Orlando where we check in with Larry Ridley for our EA Sports Halftime Report. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
Now Manziel. Miller on the catch over the middle. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
He'll drop to throw. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
They'll look to throw here on first down. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Alshon Jeffrey, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down.
Well, as a former DB, I never want to do anything to take away credit from a good play, and we just saw one there, able to force an incompletion by knocking the pass away. But if you're a DB in Houston, you love what you're getting up front because it makes you that much better.
He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Miller, the lone setback. And they'll give it to him here. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35. Kyle Fuller, the one to make the tackle.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
Now let's go. Blue Lightning.
They go play action now. Osweiler. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking to get it to his running back, Lamar Miller. And that takes us from second to third down. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
They isolate Hopkins on the left side. Play clock all the way to 0. Didn't get the snap off. 5-yard penalty.
And you see the head coach writing that note on his play sheet right now. He's going to be addressing that with his staff. A sense of urgency, get to the line of scrimmage, snap the ball.
And the yellow flag hurts this offense, and now they face a tough 3rd down.
Here we go now. 3. All right, now. Hot. Leopard.
From the shotgun, Osweiler to the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
As if he didn't have enough to think about on that route, the comeback route, coming back to the football and catching it, still had to make sure he toe-tapped and kept himself in bounds.
And that was spectacular, but on the comeback route, maybe a little easier to deal with the sideline since you've got better vision of it.
I think that's a great point because you should know exactly where you're going and know how much space you have and make sure you get your feet down. But, yeah, coming back to the football, I like it. Good vision.
Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together.
Set. No. Over. All right, here we go. Green, 39.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Forced out to his left. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
You can say what you want about this guy, but that's exactly what he brings to the table. The ability to use his legs, elude pressure, and run the ball downfield.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
This is Howard on 2nd down. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Chicago.
One of the best routes, one of the favorite routes of any play caller. He just ran that one. Nice little angle route. That's supposed to be a catch, and usually it is, and the running back dropped it.
Yeah, I mean, he's a running back, but he's got hands. He should have caught it. And the Texans set to come onto the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Miller, the lone setback. On 1st and 10, it's Osweiler. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. It's a pickup of 5. Brings up 2nd down. Second down now after the pass completion. Now a handoff to Miller. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
So 2nd down was a run play. Now let's see what they do on 3rd. They isolate Hopkins on the left side.
Hurry up, here we go.
Osweiler now to throw on 3rd down. He's got the completion to Strong. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Green, 39. Green, 39. Detroit.
They come out here in the eye. A first down carry now for Miller. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you stop the clock, and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
A big play that time on a catch and run. 38 yards.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this. But run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. 3-19. Out of the gun, it's Osweiler. Underneath for Miller. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
On 2nd down, here's Miller. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. Back now here on EA Sports. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. Six plays got him down here. This is play number 7, 3rd and goal.
Set, 3-19. 3-19.
Osweiler. And that one's going to be over everybody in the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, a chip shot here.
There's so much precision in an offense, especially when you're throwing the ball. And in an out route, plenty of it. How about the quarterback hitting his back foot, ball's out of his hands, receiver making his break, making his cut. He's got to time up perfectly. Not always easy to do.
Just let him a little too much.
Yeah, I remember back in the good old days, I was talking to a quarterback, and he said everything they did was on the count system. So when he took a snap, he counted in his head for certain routes, different time frames for each one, and he knew if the ball wasn't out of his hand at that point, he'd better eat it because the play was dead.
They isolate Jeffrey to the left side.
No. Check. Leopard. Here we go.
They go with Howard to begin the drive. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It'll go as a gain of 12. And the Bears are going to get a first.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
All right, here we go. Green, 39. Green, 39. Watch it now, Barney.
Here's Manziel. Being chased out left. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
Now Manziel. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one. But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
All right, here we go. Green, 39. Green, 39.
Manziel. On the right side, this is Miller. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
They isolate Jeffrey to the left side. Back to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Steps away to his left. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. It was the safety blitz that ultimately did the job, and they're going to credit him with a sack. The offense certainly looking to score some points, but they also need ball security here late as we get down to the final moments of this one. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. That is caught, and he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super toe.
Fuller brings it in over the middle. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. And let's discuss Osweiler a little bit further. Obviously, an interesting journey for him to get here to Houston.
Groomed in Denver. And actually got to play some before he ended up making his departure to Houston. But after the Broncos won the Super Bowl, I think he was in search of his own team and his own.
And that's caught inside the 35. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Shift together here from the D-line. Again, we'll see the pistol here. They'll look to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down in bounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
Back to throw. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Yeah, everyone dialed in. They'll try and run for it with Miller. And he is going to look. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's second down. Another pistol look here.
Green 39. Green 39.
He'll look to throw. Setting up the screen for Miller. And now they're in. And now the Bears going to signal for another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
They completed the screen, but one of the things you worry about is can the quarterback get rid of the ball before he's actually tackled? So your offensive linemen have to hold up the rushers a little bit because you want to make sure you keep your guy's jersey clean throughout the game.
They isolate Hopkins on the left side.
Here we go. Blue landing. Blue landing. Over. Gun. No. Check. Patriot. Hot. Black 99 Philly. Detroit. Black 99 Philly. Here we go.
He's back to throw. And that is incomplete. Jalen Strong, the intended receiver. And 4th down coming up. So now one of the biggest... And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. And this one is right through. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect.
Let's go.
Back to throw. Wilson snags it left side. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. And quickly they get to the line. Now Manziel. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, 2nd down.
Well, after the success they had on the second play of the drive, I think they were trying to recreate it with that pass, weren't they?
Yeah, they were trying to go a little tic-tac-toe, 3 plays and in the end zone.
I like that. Can I just put the X in the middle of the block as the defense just did there?
Sure. Here's Manziel. Jeffrey with a catch left side. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. So how many practices have we watched over time where the offense works on scoring late in the game and finding a way to win, as we just saw there?
Just saw it right there. Now can they preserve that advantage that they just got? Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And now out comes Houston. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. They'll look to throw toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. That's what they need right now. Get the 1st down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
He's going to let it fly. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, the obvious goal is to try and score a touchdown, but at the least, adding to a pretty big yardage total for his intended receiver there, huh?
Yeah, well, when you got a guy over 150 yards, keep chucking it deep to him, I guess.
Yeah, no doubt about it. You can get it to him short, and he can make plays that way. But I like what you just said. Throw it to him deep and get it in a big chunk.
But incomplete on that try.
I know the initial focus was on how far that pass was downfield, but how about the coverage on the play? Able to stay with him, get his hands where the receiver's hands were going to try and catch the ball, tips it up in the air, and knocks it away.
Now let's go. Blue, over. No. Check. Patriot. Black 99 Philly. Here we go.
One last shot for Osweiler. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week one. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got the Knox in the house, right? And I go by the name of Wyclef. I bought the band. And we need all the ladies to report on the dance floor. And you know my slogan, no fighting and no
Poppin' nugget when I met you, shorty had the long extension. Told her I'm a bad man, but I only got the best intention. Tougher, not a bluffer. I want you to be my lead, don't have to take it undercover. Just on the bells are ringing, people singing, rice is throwing, flower bringing. Ting-a-ling-a-ling, the honeymoon is when we going, and I take you to a place that you didn't even know exists. What's your wish? Dinner at the Eiffel Tower in Paris.
Shot us in the basement party, yeah. Turn into the greatest party, yeah. Never see my baby coming. Just once we went up, yeah. And my love tripping, yeah. Now I feel my body drifting, yeah. Baby girl, she got me lifted, am I tripping? Yeah. Excuse her while she kisses the sky. 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 Jaws dropping when she walking, kind of thing that happen often. More than just a little. I be shooting down the city, black the latest gears. When she where you see that sun in the air. Fashion week all year, throwing money in the air. She's happy with my lady, other girls they wanna hate her. It comes with the territory, ball players wanna date her. All we got is loyalty, I'm treating you like royalty. I'ma spoil you every day of the week. Shot us in the basement party, yeah. Turn into the greatest party, yeah. Never see my baby coming. Just once.